Welcome everybody, this is Bulldog. I'm here with a Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed Beginner's Guide to Pirates. So this is designed for new players to the game, or players who maybe have been playing but haven't focused on a pirate squad. You absolutely want to focus on a pirate squad as soon as you can, because they are your source of coins. So if you've got 5 7-star pirates, you can get nearly 2 million coins per week. Coins are the biggest bottleneck in the game, one of the most valuable resources out there. You absolutely want coins, so even if you're not using these guys in arena or other PvE content, you will want them for the coin event. So we've got a lot to cover. I'm going to go through which characters I recommend farming, the set I recommend, kind of go through how to use some tips for using each of these characters, and then we'll get into some gameplay at the end. So a lot to cover. It's probably going to be a decently long video. I'm going to try to go through it as quick as possible though. So my team recommendations. Your ideal core up there, if you're using a full team, that's going to be the 3 you want. The Scarlet, so number 1 and 3 there, Scarlet and Redbeard are some of the best characters in the game. They are one of the best combos in the game. You can even use them outside of a pirate team. They are very, very good. Redbeard is kind of the engine to this whole team. You absolutely have to have him if you're running any sort of good pirate team. Luckily, you're going to farm him. Everybody's going to be farming him through the daily activities. The characters that have a black outline around the tile are free to play. The characters that have a white outline around the tile, you currently have to get through packs of some sort. So you can still make a full free-to-play pirate team. If you don't have Scarlet, you absolutely are going to want to have Valiant. I'll talk about him here in just a little bit. The ones at the bottom here are basically fillers. I would absolutely not recommend farming them unless you just need them to fill out a team. I'm not going to cover these characters at all in this video. I personally use Lackey there, the second one at the bottom, but he's just there to meet the requirements to go into the pirate event. That's the only reason I have him. He was such an easy farm, so I was able to farm him quickly to meet the requirements. Anyways, first off, let's go into the pirate sets. There is the Raft Raider set, and then there's the Forbidden Island. Raft Raiders you will get early. Invest the bare minimum in those. I would not recommend spending any resources on that unless you have to get through some of your PvE content before you get the Forbidden Island. It's just not worth it. If you look over, here is mine. You can actually not see because I've got my camera over the top. But here, I'll move myself over to the other side real quick. You can see I have not invested anything into that whatsoever. It's just, it's not a very good set when you compare that there's the Forbidden Island option out there. So it is, the Forbidden Island is going to be your better set here. You're going to want to focus on 5, so this passive right here, and your first I guess they're all passive. Your first and fourth ability, I'll do the fourth one first, then the first one, and then the third one that's going to inflict more debuffs. But this last one here is what's going to allow Redbeard to really go off. All of those extra bonus turns that he's going to take are absolutely huge. Those are what you're going to prioritize. You can ignore skill 2. It's not that useful, especially at the moment, since there's not really it's going to be against Imperial or Justice characters, and we don't see a lot of those, and Grit Down isn't that good to begin with. But anyways, on to the actual characters. Try to move along. Let's try to speed this up. Move along even faster here. He's one of the top tier. All his bonus attacks and counters are going to make him the engine of the team. A trend you're going to see here with some of these characters is I like to use basics a lot over special attacks. So the special attack does a lot more damage, but I save it until I can use it as a stun. If the opponent has 3 or more buffs, it will stun him. Or if he's a Justice character, then it will stun him. I like to save it for the stun. I like the basic, even though it doesn't do as much damage, because it has a 60% chance to inflict Disarmed. And Disarmed is such a valuable debuff. If you can get Disarmed spread around, it really neutralizes the other team. So I love using basics over that special. He does have a Cleanse Heal. I don't use it. I use it only when I'm getting the max benefit from it. So if there's a lot of debuffs up on your own team, or if I can use it as an emergency heal. It does a lot more healing if the other team is debuffed as well, so I can wait for that. I'm primarily trying to spread Disarmed and do damage with Redbeard though, and he is a high priority for your tier 3 ability elixirs. you're going to want to invest those in him right away. He is a very, very efficient use of those. So on to the other part of this combo here, this deadly duo of Scarlet and Redbeard. Scarlet is one of the best tanks in the game, can be used even outside of pirates. She's a little better with pirates, but is useful pretty much anywhere. She is one of the better characters in the game, absolutely. So her basic attack will spread offense down, so I like to attack with her basic and spread that offense down. Her special attack does do more damage, but it also clears buffs, so I save that until I've got a buff I want to clear. Usually that is taunt. I'm usually using her to clear taunt, because the pirates don't have a lot of other ways to get around those taunts, or I should say clear the taunt. Redbeard can do his bonus attacks and hit anybody, so that's helpful. But I save that special to clear buffs. She has a heal that will also extend her taunt, so I will frequently use that heal if she's taunting, even if she's at full health, because that's going to add 2 turns to that taunt, which is extremely valuable, having another way to get her to taunt. So don't be afraid to use that even if she's not at low health. Her tier 3 ability upgrades are useful but not essential, so I put a medium priority on them. They do help. They absolutely are good, but that's such a scarce resource that if you have other places you want to invest it, I don't blame you. You can actually save those. Scarlet doesn't have to have them. Captain Valiant. He is a tank that you must have if you don't have Scarlet. If you don't have Scarlet, if you're not going to buy her, or if you're not going to farm her, if she's out by the time you're watching this video, absolutely get Valiant. He should be your first farm from the arena store if you're not going after Scarlet. So he works as both a tank and a support. If you're using him with Scarlet, which you can do, I prioritize the offense up, and I prefer to let Scarlet tank. Redbeard's counter chance whenever a pirate is hit is increased for Buccaneers. Valiant is not a Buccaneer, so when Valiant's getting hit, Redbeard is less likely to counter than if Scarlet's getting hit. So I prefer to have Scarlet with the taunt and let her taunt, and then Valiant I use the heal, the offense up, that type of thing. I generally just save his taunt for kind of an emergency, or if somebody else is low and they've gotten around Scarlet's taunt, then Valiant can taunt. I don't use his taunt a lot otherwise. So another key piece here, Cookbart is basically the big healer. He's one of the best single target healers in the game. You can use him for that even outside of a pirate squad. Not near as good outside of a pirate squad, but still can have some use. Again, I use his basic when attacking unless the opponent has 2 or more debuffs. If the opponent has 2 or more debuffs, he will copy one of those debuffs someplace else. He actually does hit pretty hard for a healer, and his special attack does do a little bit more damage than his basic, but not a ton. His basic has a chance to inflict another damage over time, and I like to spread those debuffs, so that's why I wait and only use that special attack if the opponent has 2 or more debuffs. I aggressively use his heal. This is something that I think is pretty important. It has a low cooldown. A lot of times with some of these characters or these healers, especially ones with high cooldowns, you want to wait to use their heal until you're getting the maximum benefit from it. Cookbart, I will use that heal very, very frequently. Don't waste it on 5 or 10% healing, but he's going to heal 55% of his max health. Even if Scarlet is only getting 25, getting around half of that, I'll still use it because that heal is going to swing back around super fast so you can use it again. His tier 3 skill upgrades, I should have put tier 3 in there because you want to max out his heal quickly, but his third and fourth skills there are actually not that good. So I think I've actually saved up about 300 ability mats now, tier 3 ability mats, and I still have not put them on Cookbart's third or fourth skill. They're just not that useful, so that's someplace you can save them for. I'm kind of hoarding those up for other uses. Hank the Castaway is a character I almost spent on. I really, really like him. He does a lot of damage and is really fun to play with, but he's not essential. You can get that damage other places. The big thing that the computer does not do correctly, that is you need to make sure you do if you're using him. Save his second special attack until there are a lot of debuffs on the field. He does 125% damage, plus 10% damage for each debuff on the enemy squad, up to a max of 10. So that 125% damage can turn into 225% damage if you wait until the right moment to use it. So I wait until you've got at least a moderate number of debuffs are out before you use that. His tier 3 special ability is pretty it's pretty important for upgrading that damage. So I'd say that's a high priority. His passive is very useful. It does increase his damage, absolutely, but you can save it. You absolutely can save that if you're wanting to save some ability mats. So Yorick is one of the most versatile starter characters of the game. I do like him he is useful even on an in-game pirate squad, but as a premium character, he can actually be one that's pretty valuable and could be worth spending money on, because he also has a spooky synergy. He also has castle synergy. You're going to want to build a castle squad at some point. So he can cover a lot of different squads and works very well that way. He's both a builder and an explorer. I think he is the only character in the game that is both, and you need to build up both squads in order to get through your PvE content. So he is actually very, very useful early in the game as a starter character. His value on a pirate squad is mainly giving speed up and attack up. And I've got a typo in attack up, but I'm not going back to edit it. So sorry, there's attack. I can't spell attack. But anyways, that's embarrassing. But his speed up plus attack up, granting that to everybody on a pirate squad, is extremely valuable. That's going to be his primary use, boosting everybody else so they can go more often, hit really hard. That's his special ability. That's the high priority, because you don't get that until the final upgrade, so you want to get that max if you're using him. If you're on a pirate squad, his passive skill is actually not very useful. You can skip that if you would like. It doesn't apply to pirates. Princess Argenta is going to be a good free-to-play damage dealer. She can do pretty good damage on a Buccaneer team. I don't really use her AoE unless I'm trying to land Dizzy. I save that for trying to land Dizzy against, if you're doing a pirate mirror match, trying to land it on Redbeard. If you're going up against a castle squad, try to land it on Barnabas to prevent that counter. If you're going up against a Ninjago squad, try to land it against Jay to prevent him from doing all his counters and bonus attacks. So she does really good damage on a pirate squad. A Buccaneer squad particularly, not that useful anywhere else, to be honest. She has her tier 3 passive skill is a very high priority if you're going to use her, because that's what does a lot of the damage. That's going to give her a big damage boost, so that is actually pretty important. So let me switch over. Oh, that's not ready for you just quite yet. I'm going to go in and do Brixpedition here, and we're going to go through a match. We're going to use pirates, and I'm going to use an ally to make a 5-character team. I'm not going to use Lackey because we didn't talk about him. He's kind of useless. Let's go in here and let's get this battle started. So this is Brixpedition against a pirate mirror match here. We're going to do 5-on-5. I don't have any buffs on my squad. I intentionally did not use the fill the excavations so that the other team does have some buffs in this case, but just so we can see this. So did not use that second special because there were no debuffs on the field. That is pretty big. The bad news is I can't inflict Dizzy now because we've got Taunt there, but that's okay. So we'll go with the hard-hitting special. Look at those counters. Here's a good example. I'm going to overkill right there. She didn't need that much healing, but we can go through that heal pretty quick, so we're going to cycle through it that way. We've got, let's see, you can see there's the Valiant on the other side giving that offense up. That's going to boost that damage. But now we've got a bunch of debuffs here. So let's see how hard we can hit. This should be a big hit. We got crit damage up. Let's see if we can get a critical hit. There we go. Almost 11,000. And now we can actually use this AoE because to allow us to clear Redbeard. That's another use for that, even though I didn't care about the actual Dizzy. Getting Redbeard clear. Now we're going to get all our debuffs clear, get some healing, and once you get Redbeard down, that's the engine of this squad. You get Redbeard down, and the other team, the team falls apart. Well, in this case, I'm referencing the other team, but on your squad as well, you've got to protect Redbeard, because if he dies, it's pretty much game over, unless you're almost down to the end anyways. But your team is going to slow down tremendously if you don't have Redbeard. So let's see that we're gonna skip. We're going to skip on to another battle here. Not skip on to another battle, but that one was pretty quick and easy. Let's go on to the final one. I think map 2 is Ninjago. So that's going to be a tough matchup for Pirates because of all the stealth. But let's go in and let's see if we can actually, we can get this. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what we got. Yep, so we've got Ninjago. So this will be a good battle to kind of showcase this pirate squad. Level 49, they're level 49 gear 6, so they're not maxed. Later on, you're going to see I faced like level 60 squads. So, but they're 49 gear 6. I think they're only, so what are they? Only, not all of them are 7 stars, I don't think. But let's drop an ally. I think I've got another, let's see, do we have another? There we go. There's the other Buccaneer. Let's drop Yeti here, and we're going to go in. We're going to do a 5-team battle again. I'm not going to stick my own Mackie in there because he doesn't contribute much anyways, and I didn't talk about him. So, okay, let's see if we can get this. I don't know if we're going to get this or not. If you're watching this, it must have turned out okay. All right, let's so again, starting off here, we're not going to use that second special because there are no debuffs on the other side, so we're just going to use the first special. There's no reason to afflict Dizzy, so let's get a lot of debuffs out there. Here we need a little bit of a heal. Accuracy down. Lloyd's going to dodge a lot. I want to clear that accuracy down, so we're not wasting these attacks anyway. Even if I used a basic, there's a good chance to get evaded and be a waste. So let's see. We're going to be aggressive with that heal. We'll heal Argenta up and keep that taunt. So things are going pretty well so far. Now we've got a decent amount of debuffs, and it's dodged. Okay. All right. So unfortunately, this team does dodge a lot. I wanted to see how hard he could hit, but that's okay. I'm not making a video or anything. All right, let's see if we can get some ability block over here. Stop. Okay. Well, we're not gonna ability block him. We're just gonna go right through him, maybe. Nope. Another dodge. Okay. Can we get a basic to clear? There we go. There's one down. All right, let's go. So now we're just stuck on basics here. A couple different characters you could attack. I'm not gonna focus too much on attack order for the other squad or going through that. This is mainly using pirates. So we're going to use a basic here. Got an assist. Perfect. Got that assist. Didn't use the AoE because the AoE is kind of weak, and I didn't necessarily care about inflicting Dizzy. Oh, let's not lose Scarlet here. She can take a beating. But let's see. We need her for the second round here. So here we can just use basic because that'll be plenty of damage. Basic's the only option. Bonus attack, those are so nice. Can we get him? Let's see, one more. Nope, dodge. Come on, let's hold up Scarlet. Let's see if we can get some healing here. Again, we're just gonna use. If I was really trying to win this as quick as possible, I would have used the special there, but I'm trying to stall a little bit so we can get some healing. I'm gonna go ahead and. I know I said I like to use this to extend the taunt, but I'm out of my healing's running low, and I definitely don't want to lose her. Period. So let's get her maxed out here for the next one. Okay, on to here. Let's see if we can get a good example here. Can we get Dizzy on Jay? That would be a huge help. We did. So that is a huge contribution for Argenta right there. Getting Dizzy on Jay, that's going to slow him down. That glad I finally got something that worked that didn't get dodged. Speaking of dodged, all right. So now I'm gonna go after Lloyd because he's going to stealth everybody anyways. But I am gonna try to inflict offense down on oh no, I've clicked it off. All right, sorry. We didn't get the offense down anyway. Should have targeted Jay there to try and neutralize his attack even more. Okay, let's see if we can withstand this. So more dodging. All right, there's 4 debuffs out there. That's not a ton. So could have used the higher attack. We need some healing and debuff clear. So this is a good chance to use that. Again, use Cookbart's heal. Man, it's cool. We've seen, how many times have we seen Scarlet get low? She takes a ton of hits, gets low, and then we are able to heal her right back up. Okay, maybe this isn't going as well as I thought it was. All right, we lost our ally there. Let's see, can we get a stun? No stun. I can't show anything in this video because they're dodging everything. Okay, well, hopefully you guys are still seeing what I'm trying to do, even though a lot of it's not working. All right, let's get that heal and extend the taunt. Hey, there's the way down. Now we don't have to worry about as much stealth. All right, look at all the bonus attacks. Jay and Redbeard exchanging counters and bonus attacks. That was pretty cool sequence. Redbeard going crazy. Love it. Okay. Let's see, we gotta try and keep Scarlet healed there. We don't need anybody with daze, so we'll use the basic. I say daze, I mean dizzy. Anytime I say daze, I mean dizzy. Daze is from Star Wars. It's the same thing as dizzy. Okay, alright. Bonus attacks like crazy. Now we can only use basic. Here we're gonna use the special because there's more than two debuffs. There we go. Got him down. Love it. All right, there we go. Hopefully that didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted to, but battles sometimes don't. There's a lot of evasion. There's a lot of RNG in these games, so that's okay. Hopefully you guys were kind of able to see what I was doing. I know it was going a little fast, but I didn't want to make this a 30-minute video. It's already a 20-minute video. So hopefully you guys are able to take some things from that. Give me some feedback on what you found useful, what I didn't cover that you'd like me to go over, what you think I just wasted time on that made the video longer than necessary. I would like to do a video like this for every single faction in the game. So if you're interested in that, be sure to leave some feedback, either saying that you loved it and you want me to do more, or letting me know what you want me to improve for the next one. If I do Castle, Ninjago, we got Ghostbusters coming out. There's going to be so many factions for me to cover. I would like to do guides like this, so please give me your feedback. Let me know how I did, and I will make adjustments for the next video, and we'll get even better as we go forward. So I'm going to start covering this game a lot more. You're going to see a lot more Lego Legacy videos. This game is picking up. Raids are just around the corner. You're absolutely going to see raid guides because I love raids. So I can't wait for raids to come out. I'm super excited about this game moving forward. And so yeah, be sure to subscribe, like, that type of thing. Stay tuned because there is a lot more coming. I can't wait. I'm so excited. This game I was a little nervous about this game at one point shortly after global release, but it is picking up fast. And I think it is going to turn into an outstanding game, and I'm super excited about the future of it. So stay tuned. You're going to see a lot more from me. Have a nice night, guys.